I bet you think this video is about you, don't you, don't you? Benjamin, I bet you think this video's about you, don't you? Because it is. Hey everybody, it's Allie, and I don't know if you know this, but if you leave a crappy comment on one of my videos, I'm gonna roast you. I'm gonna make a whole video roasting you. And unfortunately for Cave Thug here, he decided that at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning this morning, it was a great time for him to leave me 2 negative comments. Man, we're gonna have fun with this one. Oh, poor Ben. If only he had been smart enough to watch the next 2 videos that came out after the video that he watched. Because you see, Ben decided to comment on the Ozempic street interview goes viral for all the wrong reasons video. In that video, by the way, go watch it if you haven't. In that video, I really hold up a mirror to the skinny woman who's being interviewed in this street interview and how yucky her commentary was about people who are obese and also struggling with a metabolic disorder. And she really just kind of, insert foot into mouth, right? Has a really bad moment, which is perfectly highlighted by her friend who says all the right things. Unfortunately, that video was pumped out to Cave Thug, apparently at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he decided that it would be a really great idea to let his stupid shine. So, I'm going to scoot over here a little bit, and we're going to talk about it. All right. There is no shot that's going to be a shortcut to losing weight. There's a cost. Yeah, Ben, I don't think you know this because I can tell from your comment you're not incredibly educated about GLP-1s. We know the cost, okay? We know that we need to get rid of PBMs. We need to get the cost down so that everybody can get their meds. That's not the cost that you're referring to, but we're just gonna go let that slide for now because I'm pretty sure that you're just gonna repeat yourself. There is always a cost. Yeah, I just said that, dude. We're all paying it. We know. You're the one who doesn't know. In fact, we have no idea what it is. Da-na-na. We don't even know what the cost is, but there's a cost. Because there's never been a long-term study done on these drugs strictly for weight loss. Okay? Apparently, Ben Thompson has been living under a rock for the last 20 years because these peptides have been studied for the last 20 years. So, might want to crawl out from under that rock, buddy. Don't worry, you can put your tinfoil hat on, which is gonna come later. This is where the sentences get jumbled up and the words don't make sense. I'm going to do the best I can. The no weight loss can be a component because it can be a side effect in the diabetics that use it. Listen, if you are someone who is up very late at night and you think that commenting on a video is a good idea, just don't. Just don't. Don't comment on the video. Don't say anything. Certainly don't have a 2-comment long ramble fest and show everybody you're stupid, okay? Keep your stupid covered up. Nobody wants to see that. Because that's its intended use. Well, Ben Thomas, would it absolutely grind your gears to know that I'm a type 2 diabetic and I've lost 114 pounds and that my entire channel is designed to help others who are also on a quest for health? Would that absolutely just blow your socks off? Yeah. You didn't know all that, did you? No. No, you just wanted to get on here and say some stupid shit. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Not for the weight loss, and diabetics are a small portion of the population. Don't you just love when people who have made it perfectly clear they don't know what the f they're talking about say shit that is absolutely untrue? Isn't that weird? It's almost like Ben has never walked out anywhere in public in the United States. It's almost like he's never heard the news talking about our obesity rate and how we blow everyone out of the water. We are, in fact, the fattest country. We're not getting an award for that. We need to fix it. And we're not going to fix it by spreading misinformation and ignorance on the internet, which is what you're doing, cave thug. So even those side effects aren't fully mapped out yet. Do you think that doctors and researchers are just in a lab with like a big dartboard that spins and they're like, all right, Dr. Jimmy, come on over. It's your turn to throw the dart. Let's see what side effect we get to put on this label. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to hit that bullseye. And they throw a dart and they're like, oh, anal leakage again? Man, we're going to have to put that on the commercials, right? Like, is that what you think doctors and researchers are doing? Is that how you think that medicine functions today? I just can't with this. Now, ... Listen, Ben. Ellipses, okay, that ... There's only 3 of them, okay? You're getting a little too ... happy, and I understand that you're trying to do a dramatic pause, but you're not doing it right. I need you to get with the program, okay? Because you go from 4 to 5 to... I need you, pick a number of dots. 3, the correct number is 3. Now, ... It's almost like you're trying to tell me something in Morse code. You sell this to people who want to lose weight but don't want to change their diet and put in the time to work out, which is a massive percentage of the population, ... Ben, are you talking to me? Because I'm not selling anything. I'm literally not selling anything. And that video wasn't about getting people onto Ozempic or Mounjaro or Zepbound or Wegovy. It wasn't about any of those things. I understand that the point of the video went, woo, right over your head, but I'm not selling it. So I don't know what you're talking about here. And then who want to lose weight but don't want to change their diet and put in the time to work out, a massive percentage of the population, you're going to find out real fast there's a cost. Oh no, are we back to that now? Have you figured out as you've been typing that you make no sense? And so now you're trying to come back to this ominous cost that there's going to be? We should just be so scared. This is scary. Fuck. Honestly, I'm interested in seeing how many people end up from this. Yeah, like considering the few videos that you have up are all of you shooting a pew-pew. By the way, we don't get to see what you're shooting at. I'm guessing that's because you missed the target because your form is terrible. But I'm guessing based off of that and commentary from various threads that I found online where you're also being labeled a troll, that all have to do with violence and history and war. And I'm guessing this is your personality trait, that you just enjoy this sort of thing, I recommend therapy. I don't say that as some kind of sick joke. No, I think that you're absolutely serious when you say that. I don't think that you're joking. I think it's sad. I think it speaks to your state of mind and how you think about and view the world and other human beings. I can't imagine that you have a lot of people in your life who tolerate this behavior and are very close to you. I imagine that you come to the internet to say these things because you don't have anyone. Again, therapy. I say it because the drug companies really don't care about how many people they, as long as they make their money. Ben, how many people have died taking a GLP-1? Just all of them all together. Just loop them all together. Lump them together. How many? If you're watching, Ben, I'd like for you to look that up. Okay? I'd like for you to look that up. You, again, coming after me, want to trust the good people at Big Pharma. And blah, 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 blah. Now I talk about vaccines because I put on my tin hat and blah, blah, blah. Perfectly safe. The FDA is addictive label, oxytocin. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to read all of that to you because it's all garbage. It's all garbage. So then after he posts that garbage, then he decides, oh, now I'm coming for the jugular. You've been thin your whole life. And he puts that in quotes. Mind you, that was the quotation of what the interviewer said that I repeated. But now we want to use it against me. We want to use it as a stick to beat me with. AKA, you don't live on fast food and junk and take care of your health. Why is it that overweight people act as though people who aren't overweight somehow got a gift they didn't get? Well, Ben, it's because we now have a medication that has fixed the dysregulation of hormones, communication between brain and stomach, our gut. We're fixing our microbiome by eating healthier. And now that we've had all of this success, we have a very real understanding of what it's like to be normal. Now, I understand that you don't have a single clue what that's like. So let me explain it to you. Normal people, i.e. what you're referring to as skinny people, don't have food noise. And if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to spend this whole video educating you because, let's face it, this video would be a million years long because, wow, you really need some education. Food noise, once you get rid of it, all of a sudden you understand what it's like to be a normal person. And for many of us with metabolic disorders, we never understood what that was. We thought, just like you do, that it was our fault, that we did this to ourselves. And then we did things like throw in the towel, give up, and, eat McDonald's twice a day, which is in his later commentary. But we didn't start out that way. Just like I'm sure at some point you were a young man who said intelligent things and had, peaceful conversations with people instead of attacking them on the internet, right? I mean, we all started from a better place at some point. It's just a matter of where do we go from here? People on my channel are trying to better themselves. What the are you doing? It's as though they're going to McDonald's twice a day, but miraculously are thin. Yes, many of those people can do that. Not all of them, but many of them can. I'm not knocking people who have a legitimate problem. Yes, the you are. That's exactly what you did, and you continue to do in this comment. But see, what's happening now is that you're having this self-realization moment where you're having to connect the person that you are, who is obese, with the hurtful, awful things that you're saying about obese people. See, you're having to reconcile that in your brain. Right now, you're having cognitive dissonance where you're trying to separate yourself from us, like we're the problem. Like we're doing this to ourselves. We just woke up one day and decided that we were going to eat a ton of food. That's the disconnect that you're having. That's why you put this sentence in where you want to say, well, but I'm not saying people have a legitimate problem. Ben, you are the problem. You are part of the problem. I'm aiming this squarely at the people who have zero self-control, yet can muster up the audacity to ridicule those who can manage to control themselves. Ben, who the fuck are you talking about? Because you're not talking about yourself. I mean, let's talk audacity if you want to. I mean, I wasn't going to go there. I think I had made that point pretty subtly here in the video so far. But since you brought it up, let's talk about audacity. Because, woo! The ball's on this one. Ew. So you think that people who have a metabolic disorder have zero self-control and go to McDonald's twice a day? That would be the equivalent of me saying that all men who hide behind full facial hair are insecure. Do you see how making these sweeping statements, these overgeneralizations, make you look dumb? Do you see now? How would you feel if I said men who have full facial hair, the full and the big, big beard? I'm not talking about like all trimmed up and nice, okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the full facial hair, just like, bleh. All of them are insecure. How would that make you feel? Cave thug. I bet it would kind of make you feel like that person who was an extra in a movie and his name gets put on IMDb or whatever as being a part of the movie, but not a picture. And nobody knows who he is. And nobody will ever know. Kind of like this one, Cave Thug from Zorro in the 1930s. Is that where you got your name from? Because nobody knows who you are? Everybody's going to know who you are now. You're a troll. You're an internet troll. And it's not anything new. I mean, I'm showing, postings from 2009 in other forums where people labeled you a troll. The only person who can do something about that is you. Again, therapy. These drugs aren't the shortcut for your inability to use any self-control. I really don't think you should be telling people what these drugs are for. Okay, Ben, I think you should just keep the inside thoughts on the inside. There is no drug that's going to cure laziness. You know what else? There's no drug for stupidity yet. Gosh, I mean, I would invest all my money in that one. And then send you free samples. Instead, oh, here we go. That's all the answers, folks. I mean, he's not thin, but he has all the answers. And here they are. Instead, eat a salad, go for a walk, eat smaller portions and put them on a smaller plate so it doesn't seem like less food. Period. Etc. ... Etc. ... There you have it, folks. Ben Thomas, he's got the answer. Gosh, if only If only the medical community could get in touch with Ben Thompson. I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. Ben Thompson. That's pretty bad. That's how badly I didn't want to give you any credit for this, Ben, because I didn't even say your name right. Yeah. In short, if you are an internet troll, if you have a flag and it's stupid and you want to let it fly, don't. Just don't. Just stop all that. Stop being an internet troll. Stop with the hateful comments. Stop telling people what to do. Stop telling other people how to live their life. Unless you are a gabillionaire who is in perfect health, who is in a loving marriage of 20 gabillion years, and you have a family and perfection, and you have the answers to all things. Just don't. We don't care about your negativity. We don't care. Keep it to yourself. We'll see you in the next video. Be kind, rewind, and please, people, just stop leaving stupid comments. Is that too much to ask?